on The Chris Smith Show. This is All Things Automotive with Sydney City Lexus and Sydney City Toyota Managing Director John Roca.
Now, I was talking at the beginning of the program about moving from one place to another, and I spent all week moving and lifting boxes and sweating, and I think I've lost about 3 to 4 Ks. But you have set up your new showroom, and is it finally finished and schmick as you'd like it to be?
It's brand new. It's been a journey, but we're there, Chris. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's the new one at Glebe, and it's on a mezzanine, months of planning.
Right.
And it's really good to see it sort of flourishing. It's actually doing really, really well, which is good.
Oh, that's good. Great
very
stuff.
happy,
and
yeah.
you're in the ant trail there, like the number of cars that go past that Parramatta Road site near Officeworks is
gateway to the city. It's a really good place for our central sort of customers to have a new home as well. Yeah. It's great.
Okay, I've got plenty of callers to get to, and thank you very much for jumping on and being part of this segment. 131873. It's called All Things Automotive, and it is exactly that. As it says, all things related to the automotive industry, whether it be finance, whether it be used cars, new cars, finance, insurance, I meant to say. Give John a call, John Roca, 131873. It doesn't have to be anything related to Toyota or Lexus. It can be any model.
Absolutely.
And he's very fair at balancing all of those questions. So 131873. Before I go to those callers, I want to ask you, with all the easing of COVID restrictions, and we're likely to have masks relieved by March the 1st, Australians will use their cars more often, no doubt, in 2022. What will happen, therefore, with the market when that happens?
Yeah, interesting. Well, the statistics are telling us that in 2022 we will use our cars double the amount we have in the previous 2 years. Right. So 2021, COVID, lockdown, so forth. 2022, we're back to basically normal, which is 20 to 25,000 kilometres a year. Australians have been averaging less than 10 in the last 2.
Yeah, I've done that. I've done that.
Yeah, we've all parked our cars and we haven't caught public transport. We just haven't gone anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The trips that you'd normally make to the bush, you weren't able to do.
Exactly.
And even up the coast, down the coast, we could at Christmas time, but if you were lucky enough to get somewhere to stay.
And the daily commute, Chris, that's the big one. That's where the mileage is.
Yes, the daily commute, especially from the western suburbs. People take an hour and 20 minutes to get in. That's gone. Insurance premiums. What will happen to insurance premiums now that we'll travel longer?
No doubt they'll go up. Look, the Royal Commission, no doubt, Look, in fairness to insurance companies, they were pretty good during the pandemic. People were calling. They acknowledged that the mileage wasn't being done, so premiums did drop. Probably not as much as they should have, but they did drop. But I can guarantee you they will go up this year.
So how do you make your premium drop? You have to obviously call them. If you're not going to wait until you need to refresh the premium or refresh the policy, you can ring in the middle of a policy and ask for lenience?
That's what was happening during COVID, correct. So people are saying it's either it was hardship or companies were saying, well, look, based on the mileage that you've done, we will have a look at it. Hardship was the main one. But when it came to renewal time, that was the time that these discussions were being had in the main, and insurance companies were being proactive about it. Prior to that, Chris, we had an issue with insurance companies doing probably not the right thing. The Royal Commission came into lending and insurance companies and fixed a lot of the issues that the industry had. And I've got to say again, the industry were really good at responding in a positive way. But there's a practice that's called price walking and a loyalty tax for insurance companies. It's a bad practice. It's in fact just been abolished in the UK as of January 1. So what happens is you're an insurance. You own a car. You've insured it with a company for 5 years. You like that company. Every year the renewal comes in the mail. You look at it and go, "Oh, it's a bit higher than I thought, but I like this company. I'll just pay." We would never question it. Exercises have been done that if you were with that company in that example and rang as a new customer,
you get a cheaper premium. Dirty dogs.
So that's your loyalty tax, and that they call price walking. It's been outlawed in the UK.
So the more loyal you are, the more prices you pay.
Correct. But you've been taxed for loyalty. So in the UK, as of January 1, that's been outlawed, and rumours are telling me that that's being looked at in Australia as we speak.
Is it really?
And I've got a few tips for renewals for customers as well we can discuss later.
Okay, let's do that after we take a few calls. I want to go to Arby on line 2. Arby, go right ahead. Electric vehicles.
Hey, Arby.
Hey, Good morning to both of you. Thank you so much for taking my call.
Pleasure.
Just a really quick question. With the influx of electric cars on the market in coming years, is it worthwhile buying a petrol car? And what will happen to the trading if the companies are all focusing on electric cars? Would they even have a value at the end?
Yeah, look, it's when you say influx, there is an influx. The percentage is great, but when you look at the actual number, 17,000 versus over 1 million cars sold last year, it's the actual numbers not large. So the influx will be a gradual influx. It will accelerate very quickly over the next 5 years, but I wouldn't be afraid of buying a diesel or a petrol car at the moment at all.
Okay. And just one last question, John. The diesel cars, I know there was an issue with the AdBlue in Australia. Is that something that normal cars would need, or is it just the trucks?
It's heavy vehicles only, Avi. Yeah, it's mainly trucks, and I believe that supply has loosened up a little bit as well. But no, your traditional car, your ute, your four-wheel drive diesel vehicles, not an issue.
Perfect. Thank you, John. Have a good day.
Thanks, Avi.
Good on you, Avi. Thank you. Mark is online. Hi, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
Oh, yeah, hi guys. Sorry, just a quick question. Not sure how relevant it is. Just due to repairs on my Mitsubishi Triton, I had an issue with it. I had a timing belt replaced. It carved on me.
Right.
So I finished up with the whole motor repaired. And what happened? Then I got taken to the nearest repair. So they repaired it. It wasn't fixed properly. Since then, I've got billed for $6,000.
Since the actual repair itself.
That's right. Yeah, the injectors were buggered, as well as that the computer crashed up and having codes come up at a different dealer because he didn't have a scan tool from Mitsubishi.
Yeah.
So I'm up $6,000, and I wondered how that sort of fair after an insurance claim. Like he was meant to send it back to me fixed.
How old's the car, Mark? How old's your Mitsubishi?
2014 model.
2014. You know what I would do, Mark, in the interest of time, what I would do is I would get an independent to check the vehicle, have it done. You might have to spend a couple of $100 to get an independent to check it, and then you've got every right to go back to that repairer because that repair would be warrantable for 6 to 12 months who did the original work, which may have caused the issues that have sort of extended the issue further. So the NRMA would do that for you. A Mitsubishi dealer will do that for you as well. I'd probably go to a Mitsubishi dealer who has the right equipment, who can scan it and tell you exactly what's wrong with your car. But it'd be worth the money because if you win and you take it to a tribunal, which you might be entitled to do, you might get all your money back. But go to an authorised dealer who can tell you exactly what's wrong with it and what it will cost.
Okay, well, it's been fixed now. That's my only problem, so I'm not able to do that either. You might be
able to claim your losses if you can prove that was the issue from the initial repair. But in future, you have every right to go back to the original repairer. You have 12 months warranty.
Yeah, this has happened some time ago now. I'm up to about 10 months ago. It's taken that long to get fixed. Yeah,
it's terrible. Yep, it does happen, unfortunately. But in future, I think we just got to watch it, don't we?
Mark in Pakenham, 131873 is the telephone number. This is an interesting one. You know how you talk about older cars being sold at a higher price because of their low kilometres?
Yes.
This is an interesting question from Michael. Michael says, can you ask John, I have an FGX XR8.
Yes.
Ford XR8.
Yep.
Should I stop driving it and put it away?
Oh, okay.
Because it seems to be going up in value. And I guess there are reasons to do that if you're thinking down the track you're going to sell something at a higher value. Are the XR8s a particular model of Ford that will go up steeply?
Any car will go up, but that would not be in my collector's book, I would say. XR8, there's too many of them. So it'd be like getting an autograph, from a rugby league player versus an autograph from John Lennon.
Right, okay. Okay, all right.
There's a different value there. There are a lot of XR8, so unless it was extremely low and you put it on bricks, but you'd have to wait a long time, you probably wouldn't get what you think you'd get.
Okay, that's interesting. 131873. We'll come back and we'll talk further about insurance premiums and take more of your calls. 131873 with John Roca, all things automotive.
Traffic. Join Jim Wilson for Drive. Weekdays from 3 on Sydney's 2GB.
At Lewisham, we've still got issues with an accident involving a car and bicycle on New Canterbury Road near Toot Hill Street. One eastbound lane towards the city is still closed out there. The ballpark, still very heavy traffic on the distributor after the breakdown. I'm still seeing very heavy northbound traffic towards the city past the site. And at Glebe, the City of Sydney Summer Street event is on now on Glebe Point Road. Road closures in the area till around about 11:30 tonight. I'm Dennis Lee on Sydney's traffic leader, 2GB.
Which oil keeps your business moving? Fleet managers with essential suppliers on a deadline? They know. Road crews who keep every motorist safe? They know. Mechanics who make sure you always get to where you're going? They know. And when you really think about it, you know. Valvoline, the original engine oil.
Look, bit awkward, but I want to talk about your funeral. Hang on. What if I said there was a new way to funeral? It's called Bear, where it can be sorted out now while you're still alive, so when you're not so alive, no one has to go through all that funeral organising bullshit. See, with Bear, you prepay. A simple farewell, affordable price, without coffins and funeral parlours and all that. It's the new way to funeral. Prepay at bear.com.au.
Now, Nature Bee Power Pollen is one of the easiest ways to support your energy and immunity defences during these challenging times. And that's because Nature Bee is a superfood made from pure, natural potentiated pollen. A potent power pack of micronutrients, including 27 vitamins and aminos, 28 minerals, and rich in antioxidants. Just 2 golden capsules each day is all you need for sustained energy. Order a 6-month supply of power pollen from naturebee.com and you'll get an extra 1 month supply and a Manuka honey lip balm for only $129.95 plus delivery. With a 100% money-back guarantee and less than 60 cents a day, it's great value. Order now at naturebee.com or call 1-800-147-009.
Dan Murphy's February catalogue is out now. Shop unbeatable catalogue offers in-store or on the Dan Murphy's app today. But hurry, offers end Wednesday, February 23. Choose to drink wise, conditions apply. Dan Murphy's.
Have you tested positive for COVID-19? You need to register your rapid antigen test result online with Service New South Wales and self-isolate for 7 days. By registering, you'll get health advice that's right for you. Most people recover safely at home with simple treatments like bed rest and paracetamol. If you develop severe symptoms like shortness of breath, chest pressure, or you can't stand, call 000 straight away and tell ambulance staff you have COVID-19. For information, visit nsw.gov.au.
Hi, I'm Steve Mallisett, Managing Director of Champion Homes. Is it time to knock down that old house and build a new home or duplex? Talk to us. We specialise in knockdown and rebuild and duplex construction. Our method of construction is simply the best. Talk to the rest, but make sure you build with the best. For a limited time, we will still knock down your old house for only $5,000. Terms and conditions apply. Log on to championhomes.com.au. Champion Homes. We are simply the best.
The Chris Smith Show on 2GB. Fridge broken down? Urgently need a new washing machine? Order a new fridge or washing machine by 10 p.m. and Bingley will deliver to you the next day. Conditions apply.
Now, Rob wants to add to our AdBlue discussion about diesel motor engines and heavy vehicles. Rob, there are a few luxury vehicles and sedans that take AdBlue too, aren't there?
Hey, Rob.
That's correct. Hi, John. A friend of mine has got a Porsche Macan. It's only about 3 or 4 years old, and that uses AdBlue. So I'm sure that there's other...
Oh, okay. Well, I
luxury...
stand corrected, mate. Yeah, thank you for that, Rob. I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, it's a misguided attempt to reduce emissions, in my opinion.
Yes. Yeah.
Good on you, Rob. Thank
what a
you.
pain.
Yeah, Nick says AdBlue. There are some European passenger diesel cars that do require AdBlue. That's Nick from 5Doc. Thank you very much for that, Nick. Now, tell me.
Yes.
A couple of quick tips in terms of people's premiums.
Okay, the very first one is never auto roll, which means when your premium comes back for renewal, have a good read. You won't be happy with the price. Do something about it. So don't just roll it over and, flash the credit card and pay.
Right.
Number one. Shop around, compare the market, as they say, before you renew the policy. But the good tips for me, in addition to that, is if your annual mileage is less than 10,000 kilometres, you are a prime customer for an insurance company.
Right.
You should demand the best in terms of discount.
Yep.
So even if you've shopped around and you get the best price, once you've got the best price, ask them for a discount. Okay?
Good idea.
So that's another one.
Great idea.
If you have an exceptional driving record and low mileage, they love you even more. So what I would say is, why don't you lift the excess price on your policy, because you very rarely have had an accident. That will drop your premium again even further.
So lift it from, say, $500 to $1,200.
Yeah, or even $2,000. You'll find your premium could drop $300-$400 just by doing that.
Right, good.
Now, that's a risk, that one, because... But if you've got a driving record and you barely use your car, that's a really small risk, and you'll save over the period of 2 or 3 years, you'll save that money anyway. Yeah. So that's a good one. And finally, if you are loyal to your insurance companies, and a lot of us are, look, I won't leave this company. I've been with them for 30 years, like my father tells me. Get your best price. Go back to them and say, I want to stay with you. This is a price that I can get. Yeah. I'd like you to match it.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it. David says all Ford Everest models take AdBlue as well, which is a problem, he writes. 131873. Richard, good morning.
Morning, Richard.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
Very well.
You've probably covered this bit before, but we have a 2-year-old car. I won't say we got it from.
Mm-hmm.
It's done over the last 12 months, probably maybe 1,500 kilometres.
Wow!
But it's up for a second service, which is supposedly the 30,000 kilometre service.
Right.
And it's only done like nearly 3,000 kilometres.
Yes.
But the dealers still want to charge for the
This is a good question.
Yes.
The ongoing price for that particular service.
Yes.
The first service was about 200. This one's sort of nearly 450.
Yes.
And where does one stand?
Okay. It's a great question. It's a logical question.
And you want to retain your warranty, don't you?
This is the part, right? So
that's right.
Yeah.
But it's a I won't name the brand, but unless I have it serviced by agent, I can't keep my on roadside assistance going.
Yes, got it. Look, the only advice I can give you is two. One is your question is valid and very logical. In terms of resale, I would say that you do the service because that stamp in your book, when I go and purchase your car from you, I want to make sure that every service has been up to date.
Yeah.
And time is as important as the mileage is. However, Richard, what you can do is, as the mileage and the services get higher, like your 40,000, 80,000 kilometres are your most expensive services. If you've only done 20,000 kilometres at that stage, I would then look at the list and go through the list with the service department and say, that's a timing belt service, that's this, that's that. You can say, and they would agree with you, that your car probably wouldn't need the timing belt and the rest of it, so therefore your service will be reduced, but don't miss the time because that will cost you more in the long run.
Yeah, okay, I get all of that, I understand it.
Yeah.
Can one take it to a licensed, qualified mechanic to do the service?
Yes. Yes, as long as they're licensed and qualified, your warranty will not be voided. However, if the road service is attached to your warranty, I don't think that's going to be an issue either. You're still under the same warranty.
Yeah, that's my contention.
You don't have to go back to the same dealer.
No,
That's
you
the
don't.
point.
As long as they're authorised, you're good to go, Richard.
All right, Richard, thank you very much for your call. Jim, go right ahead from Edgecliff.
Yeah, g'day,
Jim.
Chris. Jimmy Hatfield, mate.
G'day, Jim.
My brother has an 80 series Land Cruiser XL that he's had since new, right? He's ordered a new vehicle now.
Right.
Don't get it till the middle of the year.
Mm-hmm.
But he's got $340 on this one. He looks after it like his little baby.
Yeah, like most cruiser owners.
He put a short motor into it, a genuine motor into it about 100,000 ago because it started using a bit of oil.
Right.
What sort of dollars could he expect to be getting for this?
Oh, it's $1 million question, Rich. Jim,
Yeah, I know that.
It's a difficult one. Without seeing the car, all I'd be doing is guessing. To be completely honest, I don't like giving valuations without buy prices. I'd rather give you a buy price. But if you speak to Leslie offline, I can actually give you a buy price for that car through my buyer, who will actually tell you exactly what we will pay for it.
Okay.
Yeah, all we need is a few more details, and we can do that offline for you. No problem at all.
Let's do that, Jim. You'll get VIP service here. Jim through to Leslie, and we'll make sure that happens. Michael, go ahead.
Hey, Michael.
Oh, hi, Bruce. How you going?
Good, thank you.
I'm driving a 2015 Honda Civic, and with 72,000 kilometres, and I'm not using it, so I'm virtually paying insurance and all of these fees for nothing. So I was looking at possibly what I could sell that for, because it's just sitting there and I'd rather someone use it.
I'm assuming that's a little 4-door hatchback?
Yes, 6-speed manual.
6-speed manual. Again, Michael, as I've just said to Jim earlier, what I'll do is I'll hand you back to Leslie and take your number, and I'll call you back with a buy price on that car rather than a valuation.
Yeah, let's go. Can't do it sight unseen. Michael, stay there. We'll put you through to Leslie. Thank you for that offer for those two gentlemen as well.
No problem.
Great to have you in here. Some really interesting and great tips towards saving some money on car insurance. Great stuff, the premiums. Thank you.
Thanks, Chris.
John Roca from Sydney City Lexus and Sydney City Toyota, and now Sydney City Toyota Glebe, Managing Director.